Hello guys, welcome to the raid school for Mythic Maxi. We will start on steel side, so the entire raid starts on steel and we pull it from that side. And throughout the fight, the first phase on Mythic, the boss will only change phase if all 20 people are over on the other side. So what we do is we'll have both mages, they'll be marked throughout this raid plan. They will stay on the side that we're currently playing. So on this start, we're playing on the steel side, so both mages are here. Then once the boss reaches around the 98% energy, both mages just blink over and the phase will change, because all of the rest of the raid should be at that point. That's at that point. Other than that, both the boss and the rest of the raid, the remaining 18 people, can just move freely between the sides. Does not matter as long as the mages stay together. The reason we have both mages do this is because one mage may get targeted by mechanic that forces them to go to the other side. So that way we'll always have one mage as the anchor staying over. So the first thing that happens, we get these two ads. They're shielded, so we don't care about those. Then we get mines. Throughout Mythic, we will always pop mines under the boss with the tanks. So we want to bait these mines under the boss. So everyone just goes under the boss. And we'll have the warrior pop the first mine, and then Bubble to pop the last 3 ones. And during this, it's very important. We're gonna get a lot of soaks here, so it's very important that the rest of the raid just soaks, because we're gonna be popping these in quite quick cadence, because we need to pop them all while the bubble lasts. Right, then we'll get the group soak. We place this all the way in the edge on the corner here. And everyone will soak this except the people assigned to immune soak. So currently how this looks is that our 2 tanks, our 2 mages, and Civics will stay out of this soak so that they can immune the next set. It's not the end of the world, like if the boss is inside the soak, Civics can still soak this, then just cloak the next set anyways, but we should have at least the mages stay out of this set. Right, when we get the double whammy shot just goes to the side here, onto the right. Once that's done, they just tuck into the corner for the circle that they get around them, and the tank just soaks it, making sure they pop their mitigation to reduce the damage this guy takes. Then we get the spray and pray. That one goes to the left, so just get over here. The boss should be getting quite high energy at this point, so the rest of the raid should be over at third side, with the mages ready to blink over as soon as he reaches 98 energy. Right, then, after we swap it over to third side, we get the jails. So we have assigned jails. Currently, they're looking like this. So these first 2 here, left and right, is Kellogg and Toby in one, and Sin and Voodoo in the right one, and Kellogg and Toby in the left one. And we will also, there will also be a tank soak roughly at this point. Rask will just take that and stay here and just spell ward himself to not get stunned with the debuff. And the people who are assigned to these jails, we will not do any sort of rescue or grip. We will just, if you go into left or right jail, then you're staying in there. If you can get out by yourself, you're free to do that. But if you, for some reason, you need help, then you stay in the jail. So if you can get out yourself, do that. We will not be doing any grips or any rescues to try to make this more consistent. That means that we're going to have people in these jails which cannot get out in any way other than just breaking the walls. We have another raid plan specifically for that. In this raid plan, the jails, the corners, the walls that are marked with red are the ones that are okay to break. So when you get that, so when the jailbreak happens, you get knocked out from the middle. So you just, if you cannot get out yourself, so like for this set, all these 4 people at the hard assigned, all these can use Transcendence or something out. Voodoo can fly out. For the rest, they try to break through this wall, the red wall. The walls marked in blue are the ones we are going to need later. So these are very important that we do not break the light blue walls. Okay, and after we handle the jails, also important note as well, we want to try to avoid killing the goons inside the jails until after the frost boots spawn, because the people who are in these jails are immune to the frost boots. They cannot get targeted by it. So we don't want the people who were just inside the jails getting the frost boots, because they may be really far away or it's just annoying for them. So try to make that more resistance. If we get too much damage on these goons, we're gonna have to stop damage on them so they don't die before the frost boots. But otherwise, everyone just goes in here to make sure we get the frost boots. Try to make sure that we don't accidentally transition during this phase. And then the weaker will assign you either left or right. Here's also described which one is left and which one is right. And here's where the light blue walls come in, because the bears are going to shoot from where you got assigned, from when you got the boots. So they're gonna shoot from here. There's 2 people on each side, so it shoots through both of these walls, shoots through both of these walls. So it's important that you line up your spear so you shoot through both of these walls. And you just dip into the fire here to make sure you get rid of the slidey debuff. After that, we get finger guns. You just aim that towards these 2 ads. That means that we break them. They break the shield on them so we can start damaging them. And this is also where we swap over to metal, so at 98% energy, the mages blink over. And really important that we hit both of these ads with the finger gun, so we can kill them. Also, while we do this, 2 more ads spawn, which will be shielded still, but we will have finished this ad here. After this, we just cleave down this ad here, and we'll move over. All the way down here, we kill this last ad as well, that's exposed. And then we get mines down here. This time we're getting 5 mines. We'll still do warrior tanking 1 of them, and then paladin taking 4 of them with bubble. And we bait these in melee. Then we get the immune soak. So on this one, we place this all the way here by the entrance on top of this little staircase. The people who are assigned to that goes into it, pop their immune, and the rest just stay out. The double whammy shot goes straight down the middle, and the spray and pray goes over to the steel side, towards the steel side. It does not need to hit the side, just over to the side. And the rest of the raid at this point should be at dirt, because we're swapping to dirt after the spray and pray, and the mage is blinking over at the very end. Then we get more jails. For these jails, we have mages and a warrior and voodoo assigned on the left, like Nissan and the voodoo on the left. We have Ravenson and Yefu on the right, and Kalag and Toby on the far right. The Norman Skywikar will label these a bit differently. They will be labeled left, middle, and far right. So this is left, this is middle, this is far right. The mages are only assigned to help soak the group soak. So we want the mages on all of these to do the shimmer thing, to be able to ignite 2 different ads and also do boss damage. But for these jails, we want Nissen to wind up helping soaking the left jail, Raven to help soaking the right jail. This does not mean that you need to stay inside the jail. Voodoo and Yefu here are void elves. Andy and Yefu are void elves, so they can void elf out to avoid breaking the jail. and Sunna and Voodoo can TP out. Once again, there will be another person inside the jail, the one that got the sign, unless one of these people did get signed, that may not be able to get out, and in that case, they will just get knocked out, just like before. Same thing if we're lacking damage here, then we'll just have Andy and Jeff stay inside our jails, and also just get knocked out. And the way we do the knockout on those two is the same here. Get knocked out towards here, and get knocked out towards here. And we also have the third jail. These are two people who can get out by themselves. Maybe they'll get a third person in here who cannot get out by themselves. In that case, that person will also just get knocked out at the very end. But if the third person can escape by themselves, then they can do that. And that one, both of these ones here, the star and cross marker, are jails we're going to use for the icicles again. So again, it's important that we break via the red wall here. This one is not as important, we don't really use it something. Probably a bad idea to break this, because I don't know if you get knocked here, if you can get knocked into this and also break this one. So just, if you are in the moon one, just break towards here, that's where you're going anyways. And these two just break straight north. Because when we get, there's also the tank hit. Spell warding should not be up at this point, I think. So this guy just runs along the wall here and just gets rid of all the stacks. When we get the frost boots, people just dip in here. The funny thing about this soak is that because it's placed at the top of the staircase, it doesn't get rid of your frost boots if you stay in it. So you do need to go up all the way up, or you stay here and jump, and your set axis will be at the same place as the fire, and your frost boots will be cleared. Then we get the spears as well, and you just hide behind this and this. We will have assignments here as well, calling you to go right or left. It looks a bit weird on the raid plan, but I think it's more logical that this one here is right, this one here is left, because that is how it looked here, but this one was right as well. And once again, these spears we're gonna shoot from here. So these jails, this one here, and this wall here, and this wall here, are the ones that are going to get broken by the spears. So make sure that you're standing, so both these walls are between you. Because this red wall here will most likely be broken at this point from the people who were inside the jails. So this one may be not broken if we managed just to TP out, but just to be sure, make sure you always aim for these walls. When we get we get the finger guns. We hit both of these two ads with the finger guns to expose them, then just kill them. Then after that, we swap to the metal side as well. We killed the one ad that was exposed here. We stopped the boss in the middle here though, and ranged just finish off this ad here that was exposed. There are two new ones that spawned that are shielded, but we can't do anything about. But one of these here are exposed, so kill that one. When we stop here, everyone baits in melee, and this time we get 6 mines. The way we handle these mines, because it's too tight to soak 5 mines with bubble, is that Rasku, the paladin, will pop 1 without bubble. Then Gob will pop 1 normally, instead of popping the first one, Gob just pop the second one now. And then Rasku will pop 3, 4, 5, 6 with bubble. And then, since we have 6 mines here, there's gonna be a ton of soaks. Everyone just help out the soak here to win, so we do not wipe to miss the soaks. When we get a group soak, the group soak goes right on top of Skull. This is the non-immunes, so everyone except the immune group goes in here. And here the boring part, we stop damage around here, but if like around 42%, I'm gonna call it stop damage, because we want to play out a few more mechanics before we transition. So we do the double whammy shot. It goes straight down here towards the entrance. We do a spray and pray. It just goes off to the side here. Mages need to stay here. We do not want to ever trigger this dirt transition here, because then the boss gets an extra stack. So the boss will start casting the full energy cost here, and we will just like kill it during that cast here. Or like just before you cast it, basically. And that's at 40%, so when we just pop Lust, pop all our cooldowns and potions, and then just nuke down the boss. So, phase 2 starts, or intermission, I guess. So like I said, we pop Lust here. It's roughly around 5 minutes into the fight. And the way the charges works on Mythic is that he'll always charge from, if you imagine an imaginary line here, he'll always charge from the side he's on to the middle of the opposite side. So we do not want to move the boss past this little line here. So we just get him close to this line but not over, and then the first charge will go over here. Then he'll spin. The first one is clockwise. The way we're gonna play this phase is that the side that's facing the laser in the middle will always like spin like opposite of where you are. So like it will spin away from you is what I'm trying to say. So DPS who's just trying to DPS, you just always follow this one here. Because when we get the boss is movable for a little while, this thing here is just spinning meanwhile. We get the boss roughly here, not over the line. Then he's going to charge backwards. This one goes counterclockwise, but like I said, you can just keep going here, the one that moves away from you. Then we can move the boss a little bit again. We just move it close to this line here, so it doesn't charge from Narnia basically. So we move it close to this line, but not over. And the third charge, boom, into the metal side. And this one goes clockwise again. So then you can just keep going here next to the laser in the middle. Then we just move the boss a bit into steel, just so we're away from the spinner line here. We don't want any soaks when we pop these mines to get over to the other side. So we move the boss a little bit into here. Then everyone baits here. There's still 6 mines here. And here we pop it. We only pop 4 here. We use Earth Grab immediately when they spawn, so they stand still. And Gob pops the first one, and then Bubble to pop the number 2, 3, and 4. Then these ones will be rooted. We get Frost Boots. You can clear that either here or here. Does not matter. Just clear whichever one you're closest to. And if you're targeted by the lance, you shoot through both of these mines. So you just like split them up roughly evenly between these 2 mines and just shoot them through the mines. So that you do not die from your lance. You can get hit by other people's lance. So if you're not targeted by the lance, like you can maybe there's like a lance over here or whatever. Just watch out for that and just make sure they get through the mines. Depending on your positions, you're completely fine to also just shoot your lance through the mines first, then dip into the fire to clear your frost boots. Just do whatever you're comfortable with. But you will need to dip into the fire eventually to clear your frost boots, or you're gonna be sliding the entire fight, which you do not want. So these 2 will be frozen. We move the boss over here while this is happening. Like already while this is happening, just move the boss over. We want the boss to be here, maybe like even further in here. And we get the 3rd jails, which will be 4 of them. Here we're going to use the Echo Strat for the jails, which means that we have these 3 at the bottom very close to each other. The markers should not overlap, but they should be like basically touching or almost touching. And the far right is a bit further away. These are the assignments that you're gonna see from Northern Sky as well. Far left is this one, middle left this one, middle right, and far right. And we have assigned place for this one as well. So that's these here. So me and Nissen are always in this one, down here. We have Raven and Sifix in the one next to that, and Sin and Shock in the one next to that. These three are gonna get broken out very quickly with the group soak. Then the far right, Kellogg, Toby, and Voodoo, they are over here. This one will not be broken by the group soak, but all of those people are able to TP out of that one without any problems. Just like before, there may be a fourth person in here that got assigned it. If they can escape the jail, they should do so. Otherwise, they'll just stay in it and get knocked out when the jail breaks. And it does not matter where you get knocked here, because we are not getting any frost boots here. So feel free to destroy whatever part of the jail that you want to. Then we get the group soak, like I said. We just pop it right down here. We want to avoid, I think we want to avoid killing these three goons before the group soak. This group soak, we should just get the walls of the jail so that we just kill, so people can help out, and so mostly so healers can heal the people who are stuck inside here. Because like most likely it's just going to be Sifix alone, me alone, maybe Shock alone. And so they're just gonna need meal, and we just kill lads once their jail is exposed. We also get a tank hit here. We just shoot it like here towards like blue-green, just off to the side here, like into the blue or green jail a little bit. So if you are in one of these jails, just watch out for the tank frontal here, so you do not get hit by it. So if you're in blue here, just go a bit to the side, and green bit to the side here. And spell warding should be up here as well. So Rask can spell ward himself for this one, and he can just run up here north with it to leave the shit on the ground to reduce the damage you take. An important thing with this immune soak, this is an immune soak also, so it's just these 5 people are supposed to soak it. Sifix is inside a jail. He's inside the middle one of the one that's far down. That means that he is a valid target to get the soak. But if he does get it, he just runs all the way to this side of his jail, and it should still be able to be reached by the tanks outside and the mages who should also be outside. And it will break all these 3 jails. And the people who are inside these jails, just watch out to not get hit by this group soak. If you're in the orange jail, just run a bit up to the side there. If you're in green, just run up a bit there. Right, then once we've done that, we will get the finger gun. We aim that to clear these ads, the shields on these ads. I think we also get another set of ads here, but sometime during this phase that will also be cleared here when we just kill these ads. Now here we are getting the mines. So these mines are very buggy. They will be popped by Tony with Turtle. Sometimes they can just stay completely here and bug out for the rest of the fight. A lot of the times they are not where they look to be. I'm not sure if this has been fixed yet, I don't think so. The way I've heard the best way to pop these mines is coming in from, like, they're gonna be coming from the north, coming towards the raid. Just like go in from them from the back, and you should soak them eventually. Because they're like a bit further away than it looks like, basically. It's a bit of a mess, but that's the most consistent thing I've heard. Apparently you can also throw CCs on them to reveal where they are. So if we have extra like mass entanglement of things, we can just throw them out in this area here, and that should reveal them. Even though at this point they are CC immune, because they've been enraged. So just try your best to pop these, and I mean, we just have to hope for the best that we manage to pop them. And when we get some soaks, we have to soak those. These soaks can be a bit anywhere. They can be all the way inside these jails and everything. So very important that people are very quick to help soak in these. We get a double whammy off to the side. Nothing big here. We get spray and pray off to the side in the same position. And then we bait the mines under the boss here. This is the last mine set. We're gonna get a bunch of mines. We'll just bait them all together here. And then just slowly move over to the dirt side while the mines keep spawning under us. We will clear the frost boots here in the middle. So the entire raid just dips in this little fire here in the middle while we mass entangle these mines so they stay still. Then we get the spares. So these spares are going to be getting through these mines here. Like I said, they need to be mass entangled so they're not running around. And we just hide behind these. Make sure you do not run into them. If the root breaks or something, we can stun them, root them again. Just make sure that they stay still. And when the spares will spawn from around here, shoot through this and just stun the ones that they hit. Then everyone gets back up out onto the boss and we kill the boss at this point. And that's pretty much the entire fight. If you're doing your own research, trying to look at the kill VODs and things, most of the fight is doing liquid strat. Like all of phase 1 is liquid strat. The only thing that we change, we do the echo strat on these jails just to break out these 3, because we do not have people who can just get out by themselves. And just to make it easier and reduce the damage we take, we do that. And yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys in red. Bye bye.